myself sleeping so deeply, soundly, and then for a very long time. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much. Is it Madam Kumi next? Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fumi.
Hi, Fumi.
Hi, Fumi. Kangen Water started working for me the very first day I drank it. I had the sound sleep, and then I had an accident in May. I fell. I had, you can see the wound on my leg. After the leg healed, I started feeling aches and pain on my knees. I couldn't get up straight. I had to, do like that, take a few steps, and then, stand up. For less than a week on Kangen Water, the pain disappeared.
Awesome. Who was the next person? I think was it, Madam Mary Jane?
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, my name is Mary Jane. Okay, first of all, my promises. So it was very difficult for my friend to convince me to come take this water. But when I took it, first testimony, I went, I think 2 hours after I took it, I went to the toilet. I detoxed myself very well. The second one was, I slept very well the first day. I slept very well, even till I've been drinking that water since Saturday. That's my first time. Then, a wonderful one that I noticed was that on Sunday night, I drank, that was the last water we took, my husband took, I took my own, and we slept. And in the morning, my husband was talking to me, the normal morning romantic talk. I wasn't perceiving anything, like, even myself, I noticed I wasn't perceiving. And I'm like, hello, sweetheart, hope, like, I don't want to praise myself, and my mouth is not, but I'm not perceiving, like, what did you eat last night? I'm not perceiving anything. And he said, likewise me, that nothing, no odor was coming out, like, he couldn't perceive anything. So, and that's it. Since then, every blessed day, I feel fresh when if you drink that, if that's the last thing you take at night, you feel fresh in the morning. So that's my
Thank you so much. Because when someone takes the mic away, you know they're real speakers.
Kangen is priceless. Okay, my name is Pastor Ngozi.
Pray for me.
Kangen is priceless for me. I don't know about you. I had a leg issue, like so, about in each of the sole of my feet, about 3 or 4 in each. Standing up was problematic. I've been going from test to test. They've not told me what. I told God I don't want to know the report, so that the report will not haunt me. So the first time I came, they said about if you have ulcers or sores or whatever, you can dip your leg or whatever. So Haman gave me 2.5. I carried it, pour it inside bucket, put my 2 legs on it. They said just for a while. I just said, no, this will not be for a while. I left my leg there and I slept off. My husband went to bed, came out and still saw me in the sitting room with my 2 legs there. He woke me up. And, like, there are some minds that live with the 2.5. So the next day I repeated it. That was the end.
Wow. Thank you so much. And who was next? Madam Chizoba. Guys, give a big round of applause for the speakers here. Very important.
Hi everybody. Hi. My name is Chizoba.
Hi.
Thank you. I actually came to fetch water for this my friend. She's a cancer survivor. Wow. So when I heard about Kangen Water, I was like, at least I have something to give to her because she's so dear to me. I wanted her. I really want her to live long. But the night preceding the morning that I was to come, there is this cough. I don't know where it came from. I could not sleep a wink. And something just said, bring the aboniki, put inside your mouth so that I will have peace and sleep. Trying to put the aboniki, something just said, press, like the root of your tongue down there. I press it, this kind of pain, I never knew that it existed, Then I tried the other side. I became worried. But notwithstanding, I got to the office Full Life Hotel. While I was there, I now decided to drink the water as much as in fact, I became greedy. If you remain your own, I will carry the remaining glass and I will drink. While I was there, all my throat was itching me, but I didn't give a sign. You know, when I got home, I noticed that the pain, I tried to touch the root of my tongue, they all disappeared.
Wow. Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Chisoba. Now, can we have Madam Patience share the water? Sorry, share the
Hi everyone. My name is Patience. I'm actually the friend she was talking about who survived cancer. Give all glory to God. The first thing I noticed when I took the Kangen water, you know, when you go through chemo and everything is like, all the organs are like reacting. I had a cardiac toxicity as after effects of the chemo. Jesus. Yes, and then what it does to you is it gives you palpitation uncontrollably. Wow. And so the very first night I drank that Kangen water, I didn't wake up the next day with the palpitation. Wow. That was the first thing that happened. I said, okay, I have this to myself. I have a sister who equally went through a surgery. As a matter of fact, the surgery was about 3 weeks old, and she's having a lot of discomfort. And part of the discomfort was constipation, you know, serious constipation. She's not been able to toilet for like 5 days, but she's gassing, which means the colon is okay, but it's just that she's having constipation. So I managed to convince her. As a matter of fact, I didn't sit down the next day. I brought her the very next day. I discovered I had that, you know, relief. So I'm sorry, my testimony is taking more than 1 minute, but I think it's worth it. And so I managed to convince her. We stayed in the traffic because I stay at a redemption camp, and we managed through the traffic for 3 hours. So she was very uncomfortable. And as soon as we got to the office, she said she wanted to go home. I said, okay, no, don't worry. Just take this water for, you know, before we go. She took the water. The long and short of the story is that constipation for 5 days. She's not been able to poo-poo. But when she woke up the next morning, she told me she wants to toilet. She said she was able to move her bowel, and that was a real story for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Who was there last? Mr. Kez, yeah. Let's welcome Mr. Kez with a big round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Kez.
Hi, Kez.
Yes. Thanks. The first time I took the water, I noticed incredible energy because I usually sleep late. I work late into the night, sometimes 1 to 2 a.m. So I slept by 2 a.m. that first day. Woke up, my body just woke up by 5:30. I was to go for a wedding. So that 5:30, I woke up and drove to Ikorodu for a wedding. All through the day, I didn't feel sleepy, I didn't feel tired. Until I got home, and that day I got home, I still slept late. And the following day, I woke up the same normal time, 5:30. And that's what, it doesn't used to happen. That's just one part of it. Then I used the 2.5 because I used to have allergy, serious allergy. My skin reacts a lot. Sometimes if I come in contact with some things, I might start having inflations on my hair, back, and everywhere. So ever since I've been spraying that 2.5 on my skin, I've not had a single allergy.
Wow. Awesome. Thank you so much. And next, the people recording here, you guys wanted to share as well, right? And we have Richard. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Who wants to share among you? Then we can bring on because they stood earlier. Solomon, you want to go first? Okay, Solomon is ready.
Okay. Hi everyone.
Hi, Solomon.
My name is Solomon, and
Hi, Solomon.
well, for me, I do a lot of things. One of the things that I of late, for those who are close, I was having this fatigue, chronic one. You just feel lethargic. And you know, once your energy drops, your productivity drops. So one of the things I noticed when I got to take the water, I just found myself staying, because I'll be struggling to stay awake up till even 11. But I found out by 3 a.m., It was as if my day had just broken. I was still walking. I remember, in fact, the very next day after taking the water, I was on my system till 5 a.m. And I didn't feel asleep. So I said, let it not be that there is something in this water. I closed my eyes to sleep. And in 2 hours, I was awake. Now, it wasn't the length of the sleep, it was the depth. It was very deep. I think that's REM level. So I said, wow. Now, I now gave it to my wife. My wife is a medical person. And for her, I have personally, without going to any test, know that she had a toxic body because they work in the theater operations and the rest. So she takes a lot of sodas to keep them awake and standing and energy for all of that. So I gave it to her. Firstly, my wife is one person that can visit the restroom, okay, to do the solid maybe twice in a week. So when she took the water from the friend, she started going to the restroom 6 times a day. 6 times. So it was like hope something, it was like a crisis because you go twice a week, you now go 6 times a day. And it continued for about 5 days, just that frequency. That's why I said now something is working in your body until it got it got off. Then her BP is very high, or she's always with the drugs. And when she started taking the water, her BP that would be about 130, 135, 140 sometimes higher. She has this machine that will tell you the WSO or whatever says your BP is very high. The machine speaks like Kangen machine too. So it will tell her that body is very high. So when she started taking the water, she now took it. It crashed down to about 115, 118, 120 over maybe 190, just the normal range. In fact, that even became another crisis for her because this is not her normal body. So she had to start adjusting, but right now she's fine. And that is the power of Kangen Water.
Thank you so much, Ivan, you want to go now? Yeah. Okay. So let's welcome Ivan. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Adeyemi Committee. Yeah. My story started from the day Kangen was opened in Nigeria. And for one of the first testimony I discovered is on my right legs, I've been feeling this sharp pain for over a period of 6 months thereabout. And less than 4 hours of taking the water, the pain disappeared. Until date, it never come back. Now, if you know me before, I'm a very large side. Okay? My belt, I was only the last hole. Almost lost the hope of I have to go and punch another hole. To my surprise, now I'm using, I count hole 5 backward. To the extent that I travel home after 2 months of taking this water, everybody that sees me says, Zion, what happened to you? But the only thing is, you are looking close and fresh. I said, it is the power of Kangen. Lastly, every night, if I sleep, I like using my hand as a rest pillow thereabout. Before Kangen, by the time I wake up, the hand will be dead. I had to start struggling for blood to pump into the hand. To my surprise, after about 2 weeks of Kangen, I will sleep over it, nothing like that. All the crap, everything disappeared. Thank you.
Thank you.